Something is watching from the deep sea, far below the ocean's surface. Something is not just moving, it's watching. In this Dark Depths documentary, we're descending into the deep sea to uncover why so many explorers, scientists, and submersible pilots report the same unsettling sensation, the feeling of being observed in total darkness. You'll learn what causes this feeling, what we've actually recorded in the deep ocean, and why the darkest parts of the sea feel less like empty space and more like occupied territory. There's a moment deep-sea crews still struggle to explain, the point where the ocean doesn't just surround you, it seems to respond. The ocean feels empty until it doesn't. From the surface, the ocean appears calm, vast, blue, predictable. But descend far enough, and that illusion collapses. Deep-sea explorers often describe a moment when the water stops feeling like an environment and starts feeling like a space being occupied. It's not fear, not panic, it's awareness. Their submersible lights illuminate only a small bubble. Everything beyond it remains untouched, unrevealed. And the unsettling thought creeps in. If you can't see most of the ocean, how do you know what's watching from just beyond the light? Because this feeling isn't rare. It's reported again, and again, and again. Why the deep sea triggers the watched feeling humans evolved on land. Our brains are designed for horizons, landmarks, predictable light. The deep ocean removes all of that. Below 1,000 meters, sunlight disappears completely. Not dim light, absence. Your eyes still work, but receive nothing. Your brain, starved of reference points, fills in the gaps. Every shadow feels intentional. Every flicker feels like movement. But here's the problem. Deep-sea cameras have captured actual movement just outside the frame, not hallucinations. Something passes the edge of visibility, then vanishes. And that's when the deep sea starts behaving in ways we don't expect. Lights in the darkness. Over 90% of deep-sea creatures are bioluminescent. They create light in a place where light should not exist. This isn't decoration. It's communication, camouflage, and sometimes surveillance. Some species flash briefly, then go dark, as if something turned its eyes off. Submersible crews have reported seeing isolated points of light, patterns that appear and disappear, glows that seem to track movement, not charging, not fleeing, watching. Most people miss this detail. In the deep sea, light doesn't mean safety, it means presence, and sometimes the lights aren't the most disturbing part. When the sounds begin, the deep sea is not silent. Hydrophones have recorded strange sounds from extreme depths. Low, frequency pulses, metallic grinding, slow, rhythmic vibrations. Some are geological, some are biological, and some don't match anything known. What unsettles researchers isn't how loud these sounds are. It's their timing. They repeat, they pause, they resume, as if something notices it's being listened to. If you were thousands of meters underwater and heard an unexplained sound, would you want to identify it or turn everything off? Comment identify or off, because deeper down, sound behaves differently. Creatures that don't act like prey. Most animals flee from unfamiliar objects. Deep-sea creatures often don't. Cameras have recorded animals approaching submersibles slowly, deliberately. No signs of panic. No evasive movement. Some stop directly in front of the lens, hovering, unblinking, as if studying the machine studying them. This behavior is rare in surface ecosystems, but common in the abyss. Why? Because in the deep sea, nothing hunts aggressively. Energy is too valuable. Patience wins, and that patience can feel unsettlingly intentional. But the most disturbing moment happens when the equipment fails. The insane moment. When the lights go out, submersible crews train extensively for mechanical failure. But many admit the most terrifying moment isn't damage. It's darkness. When the lights cut out even briefly, there is no glow, no reflection, no orientation, just pressure and silence. Some crews report movement during these blackouts, not confirmed visually, but felt. Pressure changes, subtle vibrations, a sense that something shifted. When the lights return, nothing is there, but the feeling lingers. Why the deep sea feels more terrifying than space. Space is empty. The deep sea is not. In space, pressure drops to zero. In the deep ocean, pressure never stops increasing. In space, you float away. In the deep sea, you're crushed inward. And unlike space, the deep sea presses back, above you, below you, on every side. There is no direction that feels safe. Something is watching from the deep sea. Not necessarily hunting, not necessarily hostile, but present. The ocean is not empty, not silent, and not unaware. It is a vast, ancient world that observes without reacting and waits without rushing. And this is only what we've noticed. In the next video, we're exploring why no human has ever survived certain depths and what happens when the ocean decides it's finished with you. Watch that next. Because some parts of the sea don't need to chase you, they're already watching.